So I've made a decision to record this intro very preemptively. I only get my copy of this book, which is the ebook edition. I only get this on the 12th of March, but as you've seen by the thumbnail and the title, I am reading Just Friends by Pham. This video is fully dedicated to that, and the reason that I've chosen to give this book a chance is because I've heard everyone say that there's no smut in it, and I've just seen such mixed opinions, and I really love Haley's content, and there are quite a few books that she's read that I've really liked. Now, obviously, I don't have the upper hand here in the sense that I don't even really read romance, and I very rarely enjoy a romance novel. I think the only one I've truly enjoyed was Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So, you know, is this probably the best choice for me to read this book? No, but I just really want to give it a try, and I do this all the time. I'll just very randomly decide I'm gonna try and read this romance book and see what I think about it, just because I do think that there's always room for growth in what genres you enjoy, and I do think that there are always the exceptions, and I never want to deny myself the opportunity of finding a gem in a pile of rocks that aren't my brand of rock, you know? Just because it's not my type of rock doesn't mean I'm not gonna find a diamond. I don't even like diamonds. I don't know why I said diamond. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna find a really cool looking rock that's a fun shape that I like, you know? So yeah, I guess that's kind of my point. I also just really like Haley's content, so I thought that it would be interesting and fun to do. I might throw in reading like one of her favorite books or a book she's recommended recently, something like that. I don't know yet, but priority for this is simply to read the book she wrote, Just Friends by Pham. Okay, so I'm not much further into the book, but I do have a couple thoughts that have surfaced, and I also saw someone talking about the book, and I wanted to share my opinions on that exact topic. So she brought up that Blair is very young. She's, I think, 22 in the book, and that she seems to be very stuck on this I'm going backwards in life, I'm behind, etc., etc., because she's, you know, staying in her hometown again to be there for this sick loved one that she is expecting to die soon. And the person that was talking about this brings up the fact that she doesn't have to be there, and she can go to where she wants to be or where she was expecting herself to be, so that she doesn't feel this way, and also pointed out that she's very young and that it's almost silly for her to feel that way. But I don't know if I agree with that, because I do feel like I'm only 23 and I feel like I'm behind for various reasons. Yes, those reasons are out of my control, and sure, Blair's circumstances are technically in her control, but I can imagine that to Blair, being there is so important to her, and despite the fact that she feels like she's behind in life, it's worth being there. And so ultimately these are just her inner thoughts, which generally speaking, your inner thoughts are going to be a lot of the complaints you might not be letting out loud. Now, I don't know if when I get further into this book I might agree down the line with this person, but as of right now I don't think I do, because I don't think that you being young means that you're not allowed to or can't feel like you're falling behind in life, or that you're backtracking or something like that. And I also do think that it's important to keep in mind that the person who wrote this book was very quick in life to take certain steps. I believe she was married by the time she was 19. I think Haley was married when she was 19, or at least 20, very young, because I think she's only like 25, 24 now. She's not old by any means, she's definitely still young. So I can also understand how, if she maybe lives under that type of mindset and feels that way about life and has these ideas in her head, that she would reflect that in her debut novel with her main character. I do think that that would make a lot of sense. So I feel like I'm at a weird point here where I'm wondering if this person brought this up because it's too prevalent in the book, and maybe it's something that the main character just doesn't really shut up about, and so I'm a little concerned. But I do think as of right now, despite the fact that I'm only 6 chapters in, I do somewhat disagree with that concept and idea and that statement as of right now. But I'd have to finish the book to really say how I feel about that. chapter 7, page 71. I'm 23% in. And as of right now, I'm not really seeing why everybody's talking about this book like it has the worst writing on the planet. Like, I don't have any strong negative feelings toward it, and I don't have any strong positive feelings toward it. It's just a classic contemporary romance with a little bit of a lit fic vibe to it, because it seems to be not that heavy on the romance, so I'd say it's kind of more contemporary fiction than it is romance. And like I said, ooh, oopsie, what did I do? But yeah, that's all. Update time. I'm on chapter 18. I'm about 63% through Just Friends by Pham, and I actually have an update. So, first of all, I can definitely say that as of right now, provided the book doesn't change a lot in between, this is probably going to be a 3-star for me. I think it's a very middle of the road read. I don't have any super strong feelings of hate toward it or super strong feelings of love, but I wouldn't say that I'm just tolerating it. I actually do find the dynamics between the two characters very interesting, and I think for a debut novel, this is honestly completely fine. I am one of those kinds of people. I do tend to give debut novels a little bit more grace, unless the writing is very aggressively not my style, in which case I might go a little bit lower than a 3, but I am never going to give a debut novel below a 2-star unless there's something in this that goes against my morals or something like that. If really serious shit that we're talking about here that's going against me and what I stand for. But aside from that, not much is going to actually make me give a debut novel below a 2-star, and I don't see a 2-star as the end of the world. 2.5 is literally 50%. And so to the people that think that a 2.5 is like the end of the world, calm down, please. Not for me, okay? Maybe it is for you. Maybe that's like a really low rating for you. That is a 50% for me. I'm going very literal here, so I just want to put that out there. Now, a 3-star is something to me, just so that you understand, this is something that I'm going to recommend to very specific people, and this is more of a testament to the writing itself and how much it kept me intrigued through the book. Everything that goes above a 3-star, this is me actually liking it. So 3.25, I'm actually liking it. 3.5, I'm enjoying it. 3.75, I almost love it. 4 stars plus, I am in love with this book. That's what that means to me. I just want to put that out there. So now that we've got that out of the way, I would just like to talk a little bit about the book itself at this point. Okay, so there is one thing currently that actually has annoyed me, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, so all I'm going to say is, if you've read this, the whole letter situation, that's what actually is annoying me right now. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to say anything else, but yeah, I've said what I wanted to say. I don't know. Anyway, hello Just Friends vlog. We are on a walk. Same location, same place, slightly different time, different day. Yay. Hello. people. I am... Mark, how far am I into this book? 80%? I think. No, but then I said that I was at 70-something, and then I said that I was at 83. I'm at 83%. Yeah. Okay, so I'm 83% through the book, and so that means that I have 17% of the book left. I really had to think about that one. And my thoughts are, I smell a third act conflict coming, and to that I say, go away. Don't bring that here. I don't like third act conflicts, never have, never will. Haley, work with me here, I swear. Just don't do it. And like, if you do, 2-3 pages max, and then they sort it out. Come on, guys, communicate. Communication really is underrated in books, especially contemporary fiction. I think that contemporary fiction needs to bring the communication a little bit more often, because I think that I'd have a better time if people communicated clearly. Now I know, where's the drama then if they communicate clearly? I don't want the drama, Stephen. Sorry to all the Stevens out there. Don't know why I called you out. You're not even a part of this. Shut up, Sarah, I guess. Actually, no. To all the Sarahs out there, you're probably fine. Unless you're not. If you're not fine, and you're a bad person, Sarah, I think that you should think about that. You should reconsider your life choices. But in general, to the Sarahs that are nice, XOXO, go piss queen. Ladies and gentlemen, I've made it to chapter 25, 270 pages in. I'm apparently 88% through. Home stretch, let's go. Okay, so I'm at the epilogue now, which, like, okay, crazy, but I guess I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this ending. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't know how I feel about this ending. I'm not done yet. But I'm basically at the end. I'm reading the epilogue actively, and I just read 1, 2, 3, 4 words that I don't think I'm comfortable with. So I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, over this one thing, I'm going to have to heavily debate my rating for this book, because I was flip-flopping between a 2.75 and a 3. So I'm gonna have to, like, contemplate this for a really long time, but I'm just gonna finish this and see if they can somehow justify what just happened. Now, it's not like a super bad thing. Some would argue that this is really good. Not me. I wouldn't argue that. I'm a little uncomfortable, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know if like 2, 3, 4 pages is gonna save this for me, but like the rest of the book wasn't even bad. It's just this one part that's like, I don't know if I agree with this behavior right now. I don't know. I need to mull this over a lot. Okay, I'm gonna label this as spoilers so I can take you guys on this journey with me. So first of all, she just said yes. He proposed to her. What the... Guys, it's been 6 months, maybe 7. I'm confused. I feel like I need to Google how long they've actually been together by the point of this epilogue, because it said 6 months later from when that ended, and that's when they like officially got together. No? Question mark? Guys, okay, first of all, she said yes. Is there a ring involved? Because you gave her a pebble. I'm so confused. Oh, I'm so confused. What is happening? Help! Last half a page of this book. Am I reading wrong? Am I like... Her friends are there? Wait, did I misread that? I thought she was just talking about, like, in theory, how they would react and feel about the situation. No, they're there, I think. I'm so confused. You just lost someone. Someone just died in your life from cancer, and now you're getting that. What is happening? This doesn't feel well-timed. Okay, well, I guess the book is... Turn the page for an exclusive behind-the-scenes annotated chapter by Haley Pham. Okay, I guess I'll read that. I think. Well, I guess I'm done. I don't know what to rate this. Oh. Yes, oh, thank you. Give the audience a reaction. I actually, genuinely, I'm glad you said something. I don't know what to rate this. What do I do? Because, like, the vast majority of the book to me is a 3. I feel like the writing was fine, the The story kept me interested. I just don't know how I feel about the ending because, like, I think to me it feels not right. But then, tippy tippy tappy tappy, ASMR. Can you guys hear that? No, don't stop. Anyway, to me it doesn't feel right, but then everyone has their own thoughts, feelings, opinions, and how they do life. Also, these are no longer spoilers. I'm not being specific anymore because this is actually supposed to just be part of the video. I don't know what to think. I'm giving you guys like the worst angles of my face. You're so welcome. I don't know what to think. SOS. I don't know what to do. Cause like, what? Mark, my love, listen to me so carefully right now. First of all, what do you think? Now, don't say any spoilers, but you know what just happened. And you know why I'm having a hard time choosing a rating here. The vast majority of the book, 3 stars. But because of this ending, I'm like, I was contemplating a 3.25 briefly because I was like, okay, I quite like how this is going so far. But then I was like, no, 3 stars feels right. Now I don't know, but it's like, if I give this 2.5 stars, I would have to re-rate Ghosted because Ghosted, the smut. It was the smut. The smut was what bothered me. The actual plot was pretty interesting. It was basically just a mystery. It was basically just a paranormal mystery. It was actually really fun. So maybe they are equal because they both have like one glaring, well, not glaring, that's a bit dramatic. They have one issue that I dislike. So maybe they should be the same rating. But then, I don't know, but Just Friends feels better than Ghosted. Well, that's because of that was because of the, oh yeah, it was the miscommunication that really got me. It was the miscommunication, the type of miscommunication. By the way, there was brief miscommunication here, but it wasn't even their fault. It was the mom's fault. Spoilers. No, that's not a spoiler. You don't know what her fault was. You don't know what she did. I guess maybe it is like slightly better than it though.
I think maybe ignore that the epilogue exists.
Pretend the epilogue doesn't exist and the ending is the ending.
Exactly.
I could give it 3 stars then if I pretend that the epilogue didn't happen.
Yeah, just...
Or if I just pretend the epilogue is like years later. I'll give it 3 stars. I think Pham actually didn't do a bad job at all. I don't know what people are going on about. People are hating this book like crazy. I want you to read it.
Oh.
Okay, so I guess this is the end of the video. Goodbye, have a good day. I gave the book 3 stars, and I disagree with a lot of the things that people were saying about the book, because I don't think that it was that bad, and I think everyone is being really dramatic. This is literally a debut novel. Calm down. Like, you guys made it sound like it was the worst thing on the planet. You guys referring to, like, the general public that hated this book with a passion. You have every right to dislike a book. But I feel like we took it multiple steps too far. I feel like we made this sound like it was a hate crime, okay? That's what we made it sound like. It was not that bad. Damn. I think people just need to calm down is my point. Anyway, cancel me if you disagree. No, actually don't. I think I'm delirious. Bye.